So a PlayStation game that I've been waiting for about a month finally arrived today. And I used to have a copy of this game, but it was just a disc, and I tried to play it a few months ago and it wasn't really playing anymore. And it was kind of strange because the disc was in good condition. But I was able to find another copy on eBay from Canada for like $150. But because of all this stuff with COVID-19, the arrival date kept getting pushed back and pushed back. It was originally supposed to get here about 2 weeks ago. And that game is Captain Commando. And this port was made in 1998, and it was only released maybe about 6 months after Captain Commando appeared in Marvel vs. Capcom. And the interesting thing is that Capcom themselves didn't make this port. Let me open this. Kind of hard. It was created by a company called New Corporation. And New Corporation is the same company that developed another PlayStation game called The Adventures of Little Ralph, which also happens to be pretty hard to find. And the cool thing about this port is it was the best port of the game until it came out in the Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2 on PS2. And there are some pretty cool features in it, like there's a remix soundtrack that you can toggle on and off. You can choose to play either the 2-player or 3-player versions of the game, and the 4-player version is hidden in the game, but you have to put a code in. I believe you have to put the code in on the title screen. And the Super Nintendo one was only locked to 2 players, so... And that was a thing too in the arcade. Capcom made 2-player, 3-player, and 4-player arcade cabinets of the game. And from what I can tell, the 2-player one is the most common. But yeah, it's actually a really, really good port of the game. And you can also customize how many lives and credits that you can use during the game. So you can have like infinite credits. I believe you can go up to like 9 lives per credit. If I ever get some kind of streaming software where I can hook my PS2 up so I can play it, I'll definitely stream it. Because the new soundtrack that they put in is really interesting. It's like kind of like a jazz and funk type soundtrack. And basically the premise of the game is it's a beat 'em up, and it's the second beat 'em up that Capcom released, like the second big one, I should say. And it has to do with these 4 warriors from across the galaxy that team up to fight like this evil alien called Scumicide. And you have Hoover, who's Baby Commando. You have, well, he's called Ginzu in the English one, but his name in Japan is Sho. You have Captain Commando, who, if you go by the manga, his real name is Mars Carlyle, which is kind of a strange name. And then here you have Mac the Knife, who's called Genity in the Japanese one. And I normally pick Hoover or Captain Commando, so... And also the game takes place in Metro City in the year 2026, so basically 6 years from now, we'll see if Captain Commando ever shows up. But yeah, I've been waiting for this to come out, and apparently when it was first released, it was 4,800 yen. And it got a pretty limited release. A couple years ago, there was only maybe 2 copies of this listed on eBay, but if you check eBay now, there's like 5 or 6, I believe. And this one was by far the cheapest one that I saw, so I went ahead and bought it. And it was from North America too. So, pretty glad to finally have a complete copy of this in my collection rather than that old beat up disc that I had. So yeah, that's Captain Commando. So I have this game probably 6 or 7 different ways now. I hope you guys liked it, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.